Once Upon an Elephant by Bosede, Ademilua, Afolayan. Plot summary. Once Upon an Elephant is a political allegory set in a Yoruba community, where traditional customs, power, and morality collide. The play opens in a period of uncertainty as the reigning king, King Akinjobi, becomes seriously ill. His illness creates a vacuum and fuels political anxiety within the kingdom. As the people worry about the future of leadership, opportunistic individuals begin to maneuver behind the scenes, eager to shape the succession for their own benefit. The most cunning political schemer is Sarubawan, a man whose thirst for influence outweighs any loyalty to tradition or justice. Sensing that the community is vulnerable, he plots to install his preferred candidate on the throne. Instead of supporting the rightful heir, Sarubawan elevates Olanyanya, a man of questionable birth and weak moral grounding. To mask his doubtful lineage and present him as a figure of strength, they adopt the symbolic name Ajanaku, meaning elephant, a title meant to convey power, authority, and invincibility. With Sarubawan's manipulation and the misuse of traditional procedures, Ajanaku becomes king. However, his reign quickly reveals the dangers of placing power in the hands of an illegitimate and morally corrupt ruler. Ajanaku begins ruling with brutality, arrogance, and utter disregard for the customs that guide leadership. Instead of honoring the sacred duty of a king, he treats the throne as a personal possession. His leadership turns into tyranny. He forcefully seizes property, intimidates the people, and punishes anyone who questions his authority. The rituals that traditionally symbolize order and spiritual balance become tools of manipulation in Ajanaku's hands. Among these is the cruel Ijidodo rite, which he uses to legitimize his authority through fear rather than through rightful traditional validation. Under Ajanaku, the people live in silence, fear, and confusion, unsure whether their cultural identity will survive his oppressive rule. While many villagers feel powerless, a small group begins to resist. Among them is the wise and fearless Iya Agba.
You think because you wear that fine agbada you can silence the truth. But I, Iya Agba, will not be silenced.
Iya Agba openly challenges the king's legitimacy, calling him a usurper and warning that no kingdom built on lies can stand forever. Her boldness inspires the suppressed conscience of the people, reminding them of their heritage and their right to justice. Other elders and community members begin to join the silent resistance, though they remain cautious. Their quiet defiance gradually grows into collective determination, as the king's wickedness becomes impossible to ignore. The tension escalates as Ajanaku becomes more paranoid and violent, sensing that his rule is built on shaky foundations. A symbolic confrontation emerges as the people, guided by wisdom, unity, and ancestral tradition, prepare to reclaim their dignity. They expose Ajanaku's illegitimate rise to power, stripping away the facade of strength that the name elephant once symbolized.
The crown! It breaks! I am undone! Look, the elephant falls! The prophecy is true!
In many interpretations of the play, his collapse represents not only the defeat of one tyrant, but the collective triumph over corruption, greed, and political manipulation. By the final scenes, order is restored. The community reinstates its customs, reaffirms the importance of truth in leadership, and acknowledges that power must never be divorced from morality. Through its resolution, the drama reinforces the idea that a society can only thrive when its leaders respect tradition, uphold justice, and serve the people rather than themselves.
The future of our people depends on the choices we make today. Let wisdom guide our path as we restore order to the land.
Celebrating heritage, we dance and sing together.
They said the night would last forever, but look! A new dawn is breaking over us, and with it comes strength.